Hello, in this video we're going to discuss yung data link layer, no, ng Cisco WAN. So let's talk about the objective, no, of this module. So describe the purpose and the function of data link layer in preparing communication for transmission on a specific media. Compare the characteristics of media access control method on a wide area network and the local area network topologies. Describe the characteristics and function of data link frame. So pag-usapan ulit natin, no, yung purpose of the data link layer. So the data link layer daw is responsible for communication between end device network interface card. So it allows upper layer protocol to access the physical layer media and encapsulate the layer 3 packets, no? Usually IPv4 and IPv6, no, yung addressing na ginagamit into layer 2 frames. So it also performs error detection and rejects corrupted frames. IEEE 802 LAN-MAN standard are specific to the type of network: Ethernet, wireless LAN, wireless personal area network. So the data link layer consists of two sublayers, no? So tandaan natin, no, we have physical layer or layer 1 of the OSI model, and then we have the data link network and so on, ano? So ang focus natin dito sa module na to, ito yung data link layer. So meron daw dalawang sublayers ang data link layer. Pinakamalapit sa physical layer is the media access control sublayer. And then we have the link local or logical link control sublayer that communicates on the upper layer naman. So the LLC or logical link control sublayer communicates between the networking software at the upper layer and the device hardware at the lower layers. So the media access control sublayer is responsible for data encapsulation and media access control. Packets exchange between nodes or devices, no, may experience numerous data link layer and media transition. At each hop along the path, the router performs 4 basic layer 2 function. So it accepts a frame, no, from the network medium. Okay. It then encapsulates the frame to expose the encapsulated packet, no? So to illustrate that, gamitin natin itong topology. So for example, PC1 sends a ping packet, no, to PC3. So of course, PC1 will prepare a frame, no, to forward dito sa local area network niya. Okay. So yung content ng frame na yun, merong source MAC address of PC1 and the destination MAC address of R1, source IP address of PC1 and the destination IP address of PC3. And then it includes yung CRC calculation, no, on this type of network, which is Ethernet. Yan. So dumaan yung ating frame dito na receive ni router. Okay. So balikan natin, no. Yan. So, yung router daw, no, doon sa hop na yun, no, they encapsulate the frame to expose the encapsulated packet. Okay? So, balikan natin yung ating topology. So, it accept the frame. Okay? Performs muna yung CRC calculation kung match, no. Check the destination MAC address kung intended dito sa kanyang interface. So may expose ngayon, no, yung layer 3 information, which is the source IP address and the destination IP address. So kapag ka nakita ni router 1 na destined para sa IP address dito sa kabilang side, titignan naman niya yung routing table niya, no? Kung may route siya, papunta rito. Okay, so of course may route yan papunta rito, no? So ang gagawin niya, bago niya i-forward sa ibang router yan, ipiprepare muna niya yung frame dito, no, sa link na ito. Meron siyang panibagong layer 2 header with the source MAC address of this gigabit and the destination MAC address of this router 2 gigabit, ano? And the new CRC calculation. So yung packet data intact yun, ano? So forward niya yan dito. So ganoon lang din ang gagawin ng R2 and R3, ano? So re-encapsulate the packet into a new frame and then forward the new frame on the medium of the next network segment. So data link layer protocols are defined by engineering organizations such as the IEEE, ITU, ISO, and ANSI. So since pinag-uusapan natin yung paglagay, no, ng frame dun sa media, okay, or yung pag-access, no, ng frame ng medium, no, or wires, or kung ano man yung tawag nyo, no, kable, di ba? Yan. So pag-usapan natin yung topologies or design. So physical and logical topologies. So that topology of a network is the arrangement and relationship of the network devices, no, and the interconnection between them. So two types of topology used when describing networks. Physical topology. Yan. Common sa physical topology ay yung floor plan, no, saka yung cable layout. So physical topology shows physical connection and how devices are interconnected. So ito namang logical topology, ito kagaya ng nandito sa topology natin. Ayan. So we have switch R1. So regardless kung paano dumaan or kung paano na-layout yung cable sa isang floor, sa isang department, or sa building, no? Kumbaga ito ay summary, no? Summary of interconnection, no, ng mga devices natin with IP address and the device name, ano? Okay. So logical topology identifies the virtual connection between devices using device interfaces and IP addressing scheme. So let's talk about topologies used in wide area network. So there are three common physical topologies, no? Point to point. So halimbawa, we have branch office saka central office na magkalayong lugar, ano? Okay, of course yung branch saka yung central office naka-subscribe yan sa service provider nila, maaring magkaiba ng service provider. Okay, pero na-terminate yung connection ng branch at central office as if na sila ay directly connected, no? Yan, via virtual circuit, no? So dedicated yung line na yan, so ang topology na yan ay point to point, no? So this is the simplest and most common one topology, consists of a permanent link between the two endpoints. Of course, no, in reality maraming dinaanan yan na mga networks, routers, or ano, pero yung ating topology, ano, nagbibigay siya ng illusion na they are point to point, no, or ibig sabihin na magkadikit lang siya, no? Okay, parang ganito yung kanya illustration. Gamit tayo ng drawing, ano, para mas na-illustrate pa natin. So we have router from branch office and a router sa central office. Of course, meron tayong internet. So dito may ISP, si ISP A or Internet Service Provider A, Internet Service Provider B. Okay, of course, connected yan. So yung parang lightning na cable na yan is symbol for wide area network connection, you know. Doon nakikita ninyo, masyadong malawak yung ating connection or masalimuot yan in real implementation, ano? So meron tayong local area network dito. So we have branch office BO, no? Central office. Okay. So sa logical topology niyan, lumalabas siya na ganito lang siya. Yan. So we have branch office and central office. Okay, so dedicated yung line sa kanila virtually, no? Okay. So meron naman tayong tinatawag na hub and spoke. So similar to star topology where a central site interconnects branch site, no? Through a point-to-point link. So kunyari, central office yung pinaka-main, no? Tapos may regional office pa. Yan, ISPC. RO, regional office. Okay. So pwedeng ganito yung ating logical topology. Ito si RO. Yan, no? Or kung marami pang mga branches, no? Yan. So ito si central office. Hub and spoke. Pagka sinabing spoke, rayos, no? Parang rayos dun sa bisikleta. Okay. Meron din naman tinatawag na mesh topology, ano? Provides high availability but requires every end system to be connected to every other system. So ibig sabihin meron na yung redundant connection, no? Na ganito. Ganyan. Yan. So in case na yung main path natin going to different location ay maputol, mayroong automatic na sasalong link diyan, ano? Of course, kung ganyan ang setup ng ating company, no? Kunyari malaki yung company natin, malaki rin ang babayaran natin sa service provider. Okay. So virtual circuit, yung binabayaran natin yan, virtual connection. Okay. So yan yung WAN topologies. So balikan natin yung point-to-point WAN topology. So physical point-to-point topologies directly connect two nodes. So the nodes may not share the media with other hosts because all frames on the media can only travel to or from the two nodes. So point-to-point WAN protocol can be very simple, no? Yung protocol na ginagamit dito. Pag-usapan naman natin yung topologies used in local area network, ano? Meron tayong legacy at meron din naman tayong yung ginagamit natin sa ngayon na standard, ano? So end devices on the local area network are typically interconnected using a star or extended star topology. Yan. So pagka sinabing star topology, ibig sabihin may switch ka sa gitna. Pagka sinabing extended star yan, meron kang dalawang star topology na pinagduktong mo using fiber or pwedeng crossover cable, ano? They create an illusion of a one larger local area network, no? So meron tayong early Ethernet and the legacy token ring, ano? Provide two additional topologies. So luma na to, although ginagamit pa rin siya to describe how or the difference, no, between the access method, no, na ginagamit sa networking. So bus topology, dito nang mula yung star topology. Sa bus topology, cable na ginagamit dito, coaxial cable. Kaya kung nakikita nyo rito may T-connector, ano? Okay. So all end system chain together and terminate on each end. Meron din namang ring topology ng IBM, no, nung mga panahon na yan, 1970s, ano. Ito kasi Xerox company nag-imbento ng ng Ethernet, So ibig sabihin magkakalaban pa yung mga organization ng time na yan, ano? May kanya-kanya silang system. So ito yung kay IBM, proprietary niya yan, IBM system. So yung ring naman, each end system is connected to its respective neighbor to form a ring. So pinag-uusapan din natin the way na yung frame natin ay maiput or mailagay, no, sa media. Okay. May pinag-uusapan tayong duplex communication, no? Duplex communication. Ibig sabihin yung direction, no? Yung direction ng information natin doon sa media. Okay, or yung pag-access natin doon sa media, no? Meron tinatawag na half duplex communication. It only allows one device to send or receive at a time on a shared medium. Kagaya ng wireless LAN at yung legacy bus topology, no, with Ethernet. So kung babalikan natin ito. Kung itong PC na to, no? Yan, kung itong PC na to wants to send a message dito sa device na to. Okay. Any other device dito ay need to listen na lang muna, no? Hindi sila pwedeng sumabay. Okay? Kasi shared media yan, eh. So ibig sabihin i-access niya yung media na to, tapos maririnig nila yung signal. Although i-ignore lang naman nila yung signal kasi hindi naman intended sa kanila yung message, no? Yan. So ganyan yung tinatawag na half duplex. Okay. Yung full duplex naman, it allows both devices to simultaneously transmit and receive on a shared medium. Ethernet switch operates in full duplex mode. So ibig sabihin yung modern network ngayon, modern LAN na using switch. So it allows devices to communicate simultaneously. So halimbawa ito yung source, destination, source, destination, source, destination. Yung switch naman natin kasi can manage the frame. Okay, kaya niyang i-switch yung mga frames, no? From one circuit to another circuit. Okay, of course, gagawa ng paraan yan para hindi magbanggaan yung mga message na hindi kagaya dito sa half duplex na nangyayari yung collision, no? Nangyayari yung collision parang sa tao yan, na minsan nagsasabay magsalita tapos parehas pala yung gustong sabihin, no? Okay, tapos humihinto sila, so, and then senyasan, no? Magsisenyasan sila, hand sign para sabihin ikaw muna or ganyan, di ba, para maituloy yung communication. Ganun yung sa bus topology or legacy Ethernet. Okay. So access control method, yan. Contention-based access, no? All nodes operating in half duplex, competing, all devices compete, no, for the use of the medium. Okay, kagaya nito yung sa legacy bus topology. So paunahan yan, no, na gumamit ng media. So paano nga ba nalalaman ng device do sa bus topology or yung hub, no, na ang media ay busy? So kapag ka na-detect nila ang medium ay merong electrical activities, no? Yan. So i-assume nila yan na may gumagamit ng line. So kapag kayo ay tahimik, no, walang electrical signal, so therefore possibly yung computer mo can access the media, no? So nangyayari yung banggaan ng messages, no? So gamit tayo ng packet tracer. So gamit tayo ng packet tracer to simulate yung legacy Ethernet or yung hub, ano? Yan. So meron pa namang hub dito, yan. Hindi pala yun, may sound. So we have our computer. Masakit lang sa tenga, no? Parang Counter-Strike lang ang dating. Parang Counter-Strike. Okay. So, try natin na mag-issue ng ping, ano? So, i-filter ko muna yung packet na gagamitin ko or traffic, ano? So, ito yung pang uncheck kasi lahat yan naka-check by default. So, uncheck and then gusto ko lang ay ping. So, meron tayong completed ping packet. Isang ping packet papunta rito. Okay? Again, this is ano, no? This is hub. Ito yung pumalit kasi doon sa bus topology, ano? Bago magkaroon ng switch. So, this is ano, hub duplex. One at a time. Tapos, yung pinakamataas na bandwidth dito nung panahon na yan ay 10 Mbps lamang, no? So, tingnan natin kung anong gagawin ng Ethernet, no? Or legacy Ethernet sa message na marireceive niya, no? Yan. So, nakita nyo yun, ano? So, itong device natin nag-send ng ping dito nung na-receive ni Hub, binroadcast niya, broadcasted sa lahat ng port except sa receiving port. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung magdadagdag pa ako ng mga device dito, tatamaan lahat ng broadcast yun. Kung nag-extend pa nga ako ng Hub dito, may mga PC, tatamaan yun ng broadcast, no? So, yung mga device na nakaka-receive ng message na yon, nagagawin lang naman nila is to discard that frame, no? Kasi hindi naman intended sa kanila. Pero, syempre, for security reason, no? Yung ganong klase ng message ay delikado kasi nakikita na mga individual devices, no, yung messages na dumadaan. So, pwede nilang makapture yun, gather some information, no? And so on. Okay. Let's talk about yung tinatawag na collision. Nangyayari ang collision, parang sa tao, nagkataon, nagkasabay, no? Okay. So, nakita nyo yung nangyari. Nakadetect yung ating devices na may collision or nagbanggaan, no? Nagbanggaan. So, yung collided message na yun, corrupted na yan. So, kung marami tayong hub dito, naka-series, for example, it will continue to propagate to the network hanggang sa kahuli-hulihan, no? So, ibig sabihin, masyadong congested yung network natin, no? It will take time for the collision to be corrected or to be removed sa network, ano? Kasi may mechanism naman ito eh. May mechanism ang Ethernet to recover sa collision. Kaya lang, syempre maghihintay muna yan wala yung collision, di ba? Okay. So, balik tayo dito. Yung tinatawag na contention-based access, no? Yan. So, of course, no? Makaka-recover yun. Ginagamit ng Ethernet na mechanism to recover sa collision or sa error is carrier sense multiple access with collision detection or CSMA CD as used on legacy bus topology. Ganoon din sa wireless LAN, ano? Sa wireless LAN naman, in-improve, no? Carrier sends multiple access with collision avoidance. So gumagawa na siya ng paraan na ma-avoid niya yung possible collision. So nag-create siya ng time allotment for every devices. No? So kung babalikan natin itong topology natin, kung nagkaroon ng collision dito, so every devices dyan, titigil yan na titigil sila sa pag-send ng signal. So habang tumitigil sila, syempre, unti-unti nawawala yung electrical activities dito. Yan. So yung mga devices natin na involved doon sa collision, possibly mag-generate yan ng random timer. Kunyari ito, kunyari lang, no? 1000 milliseconds, 500 milliseconds. Ito kunyari 100 milliseconds. So 1000, 500, 100. Kung sino yung pinakamababa or mabilis ma-expire yung random timer, siya yung binibigyan ng priority to prepare a frame and to access the media. Okay? So, kung ito ay merong gusto ipadalang message sa mga devices natin, then gagawin muna niya is to listen doon sa line at malalaman niya walang electrical activity. So, pwede na siya magpadala ng frame or message na. Okay. So, paulit-ulit lang yung cycle na yan. Kapag nagkaroon ulit ng collision, ganoon lang gagawin nila. Random timer. Yun namang ring topology, no? Nakita nyo yung kanina. Yan. Siya ay deterministic access, no? Where each node has its own time on the medium. So, of course, ginagamit ito sa token ring or end ArcNet, no? Although hindi ko na naabutan ito Okay, hindi ko na naabutan itong token ring na yan. Naabutan ko na lang dito yung half duplex na Ethernet using hub. So balikan natin, no? Carrier sends multiple access with collision detection used by the legacy Ethernet local area network where devices operates in half duplex mode or only one device send or receive at a time. So uses a collision detection process to govern when a device can send and what happens if multiple devices sends at the same time. Carrier sends multiple access collision detection process. So devices transmitting simultaneously will eventually result in signal collision on a shared media. Of course, corrupted na yung frame na yan. So, eventually, or syempre madidetect yan ng mga devices natin. No? Devices will detect the collision and then they will stop sending messages. No? And then devices will wait a random period of time and will try again to transmit frame. Doon naman sa ating wireless local area network, so carrier sends multiple access with collision avoidance. It is used by the IEEE 802.11 or wireless LAN. Ito pala ay hango lamang din sa Ethernet legacy, operates in half duplex mode where only one device send and receive at a time. It uses collision avoidance process to govern when the device can send and what happens if multiple devices send at the same time. When transmitting daw, kunyari device, yung laptop, wireless device natin. When transmitting, devices also include a time duration needed for the transmission. So ibig sabihin, nilalagay rin niya hanggang ilang milliseconds, seconds niya gagamitin yung medium. Other devices on the shared medium receive the time duration information and know how long the medium will be unavailable. So other devices daw alam nila kung kailan matatapos yung conversation na yun. So makapag-prepare sila. So let's talk about yung tinatawag na data link frame. The frame, yung format ng ating message sa layer 2. So data is encapsulated by the data link layer with the header and a trailer to form a frame. A data link frame has three parts. We have the header, which is nandito yung source and destination MAC address, yung data, yung IP, yung port number, and message. We have the trailer na kung saan nandyan yung cyclical redundancy check for error detection. So the fields of the header and trailer vary according to the data link layer protocol. Of course, no, marami kasing klase ng layer 2 or data link layer protocol. Ethernet is one of them. Ano? Iba rin yung wireless Ethernet. Yeah. So the amount of control information carried within the frame varies according to the access control information and logical topology. Yan. So ito yung common, no? Common illustration, no, ng frame or general, no, mapa wireless LAN man yan or point to point or hub and spoke, no. So we have the header. So header daw contains yung tinatawag na frame and frame start or frame start delimiter saka frame stop, ano. So ibig sabihin nilalagyan niya na ito ang umpisa ng frame, ito yung katapusan ng frame. Yan, para alam ng computer natin na bawat bits na dumadaan dyan, merong separation. Ano? So, frame start and stop identifies the beginning and the end of the frame. We have the addressing. No? Addressing indicates source and destination node, which is common MAC address. Type identifies encapsulated layer 3 protocol. So dito naka-indicate kung IPv4 or IPv6. Control. Identify flow control services. Data. Contains the frame payload. Error detection. Used to determine transmission error. Layer 2 addresses. No? Also referred to as the physical address. Contained in frame header. Used only for local delivery, no, on the frame on the link. So updated by each device that forwards the frame. The logical topology and physical media determines the data link layer protocol. No? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, maraming klase ng data link layer or layer 2 protocol. Meron tayong Ethernet for LAN, meron tayong 802.11 or wireless Ethernet. So wide area network, PPP, HDLC, frame relay, at marami pang iba. So each protocol performs media access control for specified logical topologies. Okay? So yun lang ang covered ng ating module na ito. No? Hopefully this short discussion, no? And demonstration so explain to you, no, yung purpose ng ng data link layer in preparation, no, sa communication. Okay, so thank you for listening and viewing, no?